want my ass. You're gonna be homeless.
Whoa.
No money for you anymore.
Listen. You gotta remember though, a lot of these guys they're still younger too, right? Like a lot of the staff are like under 18, so like a lot of them are like 16.
Oh yeah, well
They also don't get paid,
well,
so they don't really
they're just
care.
kinda
you
trolling.
gotta know what like makes their players happy, not to try and annoy them to kill the game. Like it's not even your game.
It's kind of bad taste, but also like I said, they're younger, so you gotta have like a level of, because we're kind of stupid too. Like if you take a look at general chat, look at how we act. Like as a community,
We're totally normal. I don't
bro,
know.
they say don't put polls,
Yeah, we're
and
totally fine.
there's like 380 of you fucking
Let me
dumbasses.
find one
banning
message.
polls.
Let me find like debuffed Wraith.
It was kind of deserved. Like listen. I'm just saying, with how annoying everybody was in general chat, it's only fair they be a little bit of an asshole.
Okay,
back.
I
Yeah,
just saw
well, a
a
little bit's
saying.
fine, but they literally nerfed every single class except for the best classes in the game, aka Paladin.
I hear, but the issue wasn't even the nerfs, bro. The issue was like there were like 0 fixes.
There wasn't even a fix.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
not like
Made
a
it so much
we're getting back. to
No, but like
pieces.
it's crazy. There's all these bugs. There's all the
They're
turn-based
literally
bugs.
just shitting on their own game.
What
Like-
were you saying, CTF?
Like there's still all these bugs. Like it's still so janky almost. Like when I play combat, I have to wait 3 seconds. 90 ping, by the way, for my moves to load. Half the time they don't work sometimes. Half the time my turns get skipped. It's incredibly
Really
janky
thought I
still. And they don't
bounced, like,
fix
7 times
anything.
in a row, just based off of those bugs.
Yeah, it's tweaking,
Yeah.
man. It's ass.
Bro, I just looked at general when I said they're normal, and I just saw some dude type, "Why missed the vessel dude?" Kinda like with like, that's just the end of it. It's
I'm scared to
like
do
the
any
hot
ball
face
besides
emoji.
Darth Maul or King Slayer now.
All
So
right,
random.
listen, I'm not a developer, but internet, you could tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. I think I won't speak on what the correct approach was or should have been, because like I said, I'm not a developer for this game. Even if I am for another game, I'm not for this game. So I think what they should do is fuck the content. Okay, I get people want content, but it's in a bad place right now. The content would be on weak foundations.
Remove
Fuck-
the game.
Fuck the nerfs, fuck the buffs. Don't change anything right now. Focus explicitly on fixes. Because the biggest issue, people wouldn't be so upset with this patch if things worked. Like, it's so annoying when you're a berserker that does 13 damage and you break every fight. It's like, if you only did a little bit of damage, it's like, okay, that kind of sucks, but whatever, I'll play with my boys, right? But it's also like you do a little bit of damage and your boys don't want to fuck with you because you break every fight. And then you play, like, let's say you're brawler, right? You're running brawler because you don't want to be too OP. You don't want to be flavor of the month, but you don't want to be a weak little guy like a necromancer. So you're running around with your little brawler having a good time, and then they fuck you over for what? Like,
Brawler,
you don't even work.
looting
And
the
then
class.
there's like 4 bugs with brawler now. Like when you, I don't know, can you go away? My cat is like on my desk. When you use party table
Going
on
under
certain buff or certain like debuffs and shit, you can literally crash people. Like you can cause so many issues, especially with the alchemist in comparison like to how it was before. For some reason, the alchemist on a lot of classes right now is breaking fights.
Well, one of the things is
Alchemist is
this
like-
if you see the original announcement for this patch, it was given a date. Like normally it's always delayed. This wasn't delayed, and it also wasn't tested as much as some of the other updates. And I think when because of the date that was put on themselves, they kind of just started nerfing. They just kind of went willy-nilly. They went everywhere. They got sauced up, and they just didn't know what they were doing, and they messed everything up. It didn't get tested at all.
Well, it's like
Apparently-
they didn't fix bugs, and then they implemented so many more bugs. Like it's
You know what
just
the
they fucked
biggest
everything
Fix the
annoyance
up.
is?
bugs by making more bugs.
The worst annoyance for me is the fact that they didn't fix the most simple bug ever to exist on this game, and it's the after a 1v1, whoever dies is stuck in that position. Like,
know
it
that's
is
been happening.
not that hard to fix.
I
It's
mean,
an
it's not
animation
to fix
bug.
it 'cause there's like no PvP scene, so like no reason to.
Hold
Well,
on.
I think you were
One
gonna
second.
were you gonna say something, internet? You kind of got cut off there.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to like try to revert any of this. I think they're going to try and push out light and dark, and then within that time between
It's so bad.
Tundra and like
Wait, there's
I
gonna
guess
be a new
in
update.
between. Well, they have to get light and dark out somehow. So I think they'll work on light and dark, and then they're going to basically the time in between.
No one's gonna
from
play light and dark though if the
Hydra.
game is in this state. Nobody's gonna want to play that.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's-
worse.
when they're sitting
They're
through
gonna
this
add
shit.
More content on broken foundations. They need
somebody
to-
Oh,
said
shit, I almost
something in
got
chat
blown.
that Dominic said something that the fling bug, like, just like if you go over an object by dashing, you just get flung to the stratosphere and die instantly.
I like that
Oh
bug.
yeah,
'cause
that
I don't
bug,
like doing this
that bug's
parkour on
fun,
Thorium.
and that's just an animation physics bug.
That's more
and
of
usually you
Roblox
can't
physics.
fix
I
that.
can't lie. That's more of Roblox physics.
Yeah, I don't
maybe
even
I'm
sure if
not
they
going
can.
to fix
Physics,
it.
that's not
$1
something you
compute.
can fix
Unless they removed collision, that's the only way they could fix it. They just removed
is-
collision on the pot.
No. There is a way to
Remove
fix
all
it, right?
collision and
They
anchoring.
just need to make it so like when your character like anchors with certain object, the reaction isn't to like spur out like that. Like there's ways you can fix it just by anchoring, but
Oh, there
the
certainly
big
are.
the big issue with that is when you're okay. You ever played like a ranger? Nobody is now because it's fucking terrible. But
I
before
play
this
Ranger
dog
sometimes.
ass patch, when you play ranger, you ever go to like Westwood and you're running up the hand and all of a sudden you just start like fucking sliding off like a clown. You
Oh
just-
yeah, no, I've
I
seen
had
a lot of
Focus
those
Ranger
tickets.
at one point.
I
used-
told dude, I
one
told
of
them
my
how to
moves-
fix that. I gave them the fucking way to fix it. Literally, I formatted it and everything. I gave them exactly how to fix it. I showed them a clip of me fixing it on a test server, me on my own game, how to fix it, and it working the fix. And it's like what? Like what else do you need to do, bro? Like,
Oh, what you need to do
Yeah,
is
that's the
find
most
their
annoying
house
thing.
and fix it for them.
My thing
Okay.
is, I just don't like how they're treating their own game. Like it's gonna kill it. And
I feel-
they're at the point right
sorry.
now where even if they try to revive it, there's gonna be permanent damage. And it's primarily because they are so, no offense, stupid, really stupid with their bug fixes, everything. And it's like, how do you not see all this stuff? It's right in front of you. Everyone's giving you all the stuff, and you can't fix it
What if
because you
they're
don't
literally
want
like
to,
blind?
or because you don't, just in general. I feel like laziness is a big part of all of this.
who's
Because
on
they feel
top
like
right now?
everyone's just gonna keep on playing.
Who?
Who's like in control of shit right now? Like who's because
I think it's still technically Nova. It's
Oh,
still
well,
technically
it
Nova.
is,
so
I think it's
Nuova
Mr.
Nuova
Dude.
owns the
Hold on.
game.
Yeah, go ahead, internet.
Nuova owns the game. Bird was basically the other person who also owns it, but I think Nuova mainly owns it. So Nuova owns it, and the developers are Yami, Shura, and Pepper. And then the
Okay.
contributors and minor contributors all do their
Oh.
like work.
Who tells you guys what to do? Is what I'm asking. Like okay.
They have a
Neither
big
of us
Trello of
have
stuff that
access to that
someone
stuff.
needs to do, and then someone just does it.
But I don't
It's
get it because
not very
okay,
organized.
when you go to work, you have somebody that tells the guy above you what to do, and then the guy above you tells you what to do. With this game, it's like certain parts of you guys, like I'm not gonna name anybody, but certain parts of you guys have one idea of what needs to happen, and then certain parts of you guys have another idea of what needs to happen, and then the third part is like me like fangirl art of big titty slime girl. Like you guys have like three divisions of like what you're thinking, and like a third of you are just
Triforce.
outright fucking spaghetti-o brain. But the point is, like, I feel like you guys just aren't on the same wavelength at all, and maybe that's causing some issues. Because like
yeah, you guys need to.
you got people like
form a
Yumi
more
who are
like
fucking goated. Like Yumi is
when you have a
Yumi
really scrambled
so
dev
smart.
team,
Wait,
you're
Yumi?
obviously going to get really bad updates because when I tried developing my game, which was going to be a roguelike, and I paid everybody, I got everything set, everybody was on a different page. Some people weren't inactive, some people just didn't know what to do, and I'm like, dude, I
just
hired
think-
you. and
just-
paid you
just
to
fucking
do
listen
it.
to
Tried
Yumi.
making a game once with the team, and something like that happened too. Like, we were just not on the same page. It felt like.
Who does like name like three people who do a lot of tickets? Just like
Yuri, Yumi, and the third one, I don't know. I'm
Just
not
put
gonna
Yumi
myself
on, bro.
there.
yeah, I figured it'd be Yuri and Yumi for sure. But like, okay,
Yeah,
so
no.
so take the people who do the most tickets, okay, and just ask them like, hey, what do you see the most? You know, what bugs are you seeing the most often? Because they do like hundreds of tickets a day. They're gonna have a good idea. They're the best possible. Fuck the fucking testers. The testers are all on a pipe. Ask
Yeah.
the people who do all these things. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. I shouldn't like flame people. But ask the people who
Yeah, you can
deal
do
with
it.
it all day. What are you seeing the most? Take that fuck the new content. Fuck the nerfs and the buffs. Take what I shouldn't be swearing so much. I don't know why I am, but just take the
Hey,
stuff that's like such
okay.
a big deal that people see it all the time, and focus on that. That's a good starting point. Everybody can agree on that. Like
Yeah.
you
Well, then the
can't really
focus would be
argue
on
with that.
disconnecting the Nuovo Primer, boss fights just soft locking. Then it would
Dude,
be the
server
physics,
crash is
Roblox
such a big
physics,
one.
servers
Okay,
crashing.
some things you can't fix. All right, but there are some things that you can. And from the things
No,
that you just
server
listed,
crashing is
there are
only
several
this
of those
game.
things that can
Like
be
that
fixed.
server crashing bug where you disconnect and then you can't join, no matter how hard you try for like 20
That's
minutes.
somebody overwhelming the server. That's what causes
Ye-
that. Somebody's feeding too much to the server and the server's breaking.
Yeah.
It's tricky to fix. I'll give them that, but you know they don't have to focus on that right now. I would be happy if they. A lot of people would be happy.
Hey, girlfriend.
Imagine if they just in the announcements right now.
I'm in
Fix Nuovo Primer. Everybody would be so fucking happy about that. Nobody
Oh, that
would
would
be
be the
talking
most
about the
hype
terrible
update.
nerfs.
That'd be
People
more
would be
hype
so
than what
happy, bro.
happened out
No,
here.
I'm
Like,
I